Welcome to the electrostatic charge video. In this experiment, we'll be separating charges by rubbing two materials together and investigating the charge distributions on a sphere and an oblong shape. To start, we'll set up the system. It isn't strictly necessary, but place the grounding plate on an insulating surface like a cardboard box or textbook if you have one. Place the Faraday ice pail on top of the plate. Use an alligator clip cable to connect the pail's outer cage to the plate. Connect the grounding wrist strap to the plate as well. Also, connect the electrometer's ground to the plate. Connect the regular electrometer input to the two pail cages, making sure that the signal wire connects to the inner cage. It's a good idea to keep the apparatus as far away as possible from other fields, so position it away from outlets if you can. If you want to capture any data to the computer, you can connect the electrometer to your data acquisition interface. For this experiment, data acquisition is not required. Each time we take a reading, we must discharge the charge producer wands and ground the apparatus. To do so, put on the grounding strap, touch both wands to the outer cage, touch your finger across the two cages, and press the 0 button on the electrometer. If all went well, the electrometer should read 0 or at least close to it, and the needle shouldn't move if you place one of the wands into the inner cage. Once everything is properly grounded, place both wands into the pail. Without touching the sides, rub them together and observe the needle. Separate the wands and observe the needle. Remove the dark wand and observe the needle. Replace the dark wand and remove the white wand. Observe the needle once again and record your observations. In Procedure B, we'll investigate charging objects by contact. Ground the apparatus and discharge the wands as before. This time, we will rub the wands together outside of the pail. Once charged, place the white wand into the pail and note the needle position. Touch the wand to the inner cage and remove it. Note the needle position again. Once again, ground the apparatus and discharge the wands. Rub them together again, but this time place the dark wand into the pail. Note the needle position, touch the wand to the cage, remove it, and note the needle position again. In Procedure C, we'll be investigating the charge distribution on a spherical conductor. To start, set the electrometer to the 30-volt scale, but don't be afraid to change the scale according to your data if needed. Plug in the electrostatic's voltage source. Connect a spade connector to the sphere. If you have a spade to banana cable, you may connect the other end directly to the 1000-volt terminal of the voltage source, but if not, you may need to use an alligator clip. Connect the common terminal to the electrometer's ground. Turn on the voltage source. Ground the apparatus as before and discharge the proof plane, the silver one, like you did previously with the charge producer wands. Briefly touch the proof plane to a point on the sphere, then place it in the basket and note the electrometer reading. Repeat this several times for different parts of the sphere, making sure that you ground and discharge between each reading. In Procedure D, we'll be investigating the charge distribution on an oblong shape. Turn off the voltage source. Disconnect the sphere. Replace it with the oblong shape and connect the spade terminal. Move the banana plug to the 3000-volt terminal and turn on the voltage source again. As before, ground the apparatus and discharge the proof plane. Take several measurements at each end of the oblong shape, again making sure to ground and discharge between each measurement. Thanks for watching the electrostatic charge video, and remember, if you don't do well in your lab, you should ground yourself.